Wallop Bottom TDFA episode 9 with me, Spencer.
And me, Marshall.
And today is a late Sunday because I'm a piece of shit. And I was mourning the loss of Beth Chapman.
Oh, that's right.
I
So sad.
can't believe she's gone. She had the biggest titties I've ever seen.
And like 7 kids, all different age ranges.
Can we get a in loving memory of Beth Chapman? This episode's dedicated to Dog the Bounty Hunter's late wife, Beth Chapman.
Gone but not forgotten.
That's right.
51 years young.
She had cancers. My mom's 50.
Yeah.
So, like, she could die of cancers.
Yeah, she could.
I guess, like, 8-year-olds die of cancer, too.
Yeah, and 4-year-olds and 2-year-olds.
I've outlived all of them.
And 95-year-olds, yeah.
95-year-olds, they had their turn.
Hey,
Nobody cares you died.
We had a teacher whose 2 kids had cancer.
Yeah, that guy just had sperm.
And he was just a dickhead, though.
Yeah. And that guy should have got the hint after the first kid that he shouldn't have kids.
No, I don't blame him for trying a second time. If he goes a third,
yeah, if he has a third,
then he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. They're going to get cancer too. And they sold these like wristbands for this guy. And it's just despicable.
Well, you always had a bad taste in your mouth for him. Do you want to share why?
Yeah, in 9th grade.
Wait, before we should do the whistle wetter.
Oh, you want?
We should probably do it.
This
right?
guy's an addict. Dude. He just wants to drink.
You go ahead. Go ahead. You bought these today.
I did.
Made a wonderful choice.
Seeing as how we're recording from sunny Tampa, Florida, I decided to pick a local brewery up. It's called El Cigar City. I don't know if these are big around the country, but they are certainly big here in Florida.
Big in Florida.
Giant penis, Florida. We've been doing a lot of Florida beers. Sorry for any international viewers. If you have a preferred beer, let us know. If you want us to give an official review on one of your favorite beers, let us know. We're doing mainly Florida ones, but if you have a small brewery you want us to check out, just drop us a line. And if we can get access to it, it'll be added to the list for sure.
And where can they tell us?
Oh, they can tell us on our Twitter or Instagram at TDFA America or TDF Americans, or on our YouTube. You know, just drop a comment at the Dumbfat Americans. Or you can send us an email, the dumbfatamericans@gmail. Or you can write us a letter. Marshall, what's your address?
I'm not going to share that. You almost got me.
Anyway, so today we have Invasion, a tropical pale ale. It's got 5% alcohol by volume, 50 IBUs, and if you're a noob to the game, that's international bitterness units, I think. That means this guy's going to be bitter as a dog's dick. I imagine dog dick is bitter because bitter is not a flavor that you're supposed to like. But we buy IPAs because they're bitter. And I didn't quite make it to the shitter today.
Crack alert.
Crack alert, baby. Ooh. I can smell how bitter it is just on the crack.
I really get tropical notes of mango and tangerine. I think it's very good. I like it a lot. It's kind of perfect companion for long days.
Just reading the can.
No, I'm not.
Man, you know what I'm getting off this guy?
What's that?
Tropical notes of mango and tangerine.
Tastes really good, actually. I like it.
I think this stuff might even be imported.
I think you're right.
Simcoe and Mosaic hops.
Yeah, I'm tasting those types of hops.
You know what? I think this flavor is crisp and seasonable. Mm-hmm. Sessionable. What is sessionable?
It means it's perfect for
a drinking session.
A drinking session, like we're having right now.
I like that the famous Kelvin hat is right here.
Exactly where it should be. It's like a shrine almost.
He wears it in a lot of the photos I see of him.
He likes those Nike hats. He has a blue one and a black one. That's my roommate for those.
Black and...
Yeah. Anyway.
He has an Afro-American style hat.
Yes. Anyway, back to the teacher that...
Oh, yeah. This guy's name was Mr. Grasso.
Oh, you're going to say his name?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. This guy could drop dead and I wouldn't care. I fucking hate him. I'm also in a really bad mood today, so it's going to be a mostly negative podcast. If that's not what you're into, fuck off. Anyway, fuck this guy. He had 2 cancer-ridden children, and this guy crossed me at a very early age of 14. Me and Marshall shared a biology class, and the teacher who taught that class was absent, and there was no teacher in the classroom for 5 minutes after the bell had rung. And this was not a class of cool kids. They were not going to not have a teacher for the day, that's for sure. These are the kind of kids that are like, we need to tell somebody that we don't have a teacher.
Yeah, fuck those kids.
No, you fucking don't. If you... these are the... you forgot to collect the homework type kids. Fuck them.
We had a lot of them.
Yeah. I remember my first sour taste of these kids was on the first day of school. We got handed like a worksheet. And I was like, all right, cool, it's a worksheet. And I'm casually doing it. It's just a worksheet. And these kids are like collaborating, trying to get 100% on the worksheet. And I'm like, this is a bullshit throwaway assignment. Why are you trying to get 100 on... What is wrong with you? Because I had gone from a class in 8th grade... So I transitioned from regular classes to like AP, but the equivalent of AP classes from 8th to 9th grade. And I was used to kids not even fucking touching the worksheet at all. Yeah, like they did not give a fuck about that worksheet.
The teachers knew they weren't going to give a fuck either.
Exactly,
they had to have.
So these kids, and then it was like I got culture shocked because these kids were taking the worksheet so fucking serious, and I was like, "Where's the middle of the road kid? Like, I'm not dog shit retarded, but
me too, I'm the same way.
Yeah, I'm not dog shit retarded, but I also don't need a project.
No,
I don't like to do projects. I put them off to the last minute, and I get a shit grade on them because they're horse shit. They're dog shit. There's project-oriented kids. I was not one of them. I was more of a get pussy kind of kid.
No, you weren't.
Okay. You're not wrong.
I'm
more of a get pussy kind of adult.
You were a jorts kind of kid.
Excuse you. Don't bring up my jorts.
I already did once.
So
you're a what kind of adult?
I'm a get pussy kind of adult.
What happened today? Because I think there's a few other things that would describe you as an adult.
Today I woke up at 3:00 in the afternoon because I had gotten too drunk the night previous, and I almost fucked this recording. It's actually a sore spot for me, so if you could not bring it up.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Why is that laughable?
Is that really a sore spot for you?
Yeah, I'm sore.
You're sore.
Yeah, like a gay fella in prison. I'm sore.
We don't have to talk about it then.
Okay, we can talk about it. But first, let me get back to this cocksucker, Mr. Grasso. He was a cocksucker. He claimed that his children loved Akon. Nobody liked Akon. And so our teacher was absent, and this guy comes... He like Kramer's through the door.
His hair looks like Kramer's too.
Yeah. This guy looks like Kramer. If Kramer got fucked in the mouth by 100 cocks, then that's what this guy would look like. I hate him. And he comes to the door, and he doesn't say, "Hi, I'm Mr. Grasso," or "I'm a physics teacher," or "I'm a teacher at this school." He's just a random man.
Instantly pissed, too. Instantly mad.
Instantly, yeah, because he's inconvenienced. His precious planning time has been taken up. You know, the time that he spends watching internet porn from his fucking computer or whatever the fuck he does while he plans. Because After you teach a class for 1 year, there's nothing to plan. You've got your plan. You do every August 5th, the third day of school, you know what you're going to do. Fourth day of school, you know what you're going to do. 100th day of school, you know what to do. You did it last year. Your job's done.
It's done.
If the kids did well, then you know exactly what you need to do.
I can't imagine the state changes that much to what they want you to teach.
No. He taught physics.
I know, I took him. It was an awful class.
I didn't take him.
It was so fucking hard. You had the cool physics teacher.
Yeah, I had Mr. Webb.
He doesn't do shit.
Who, it's theorized that he smokes weed.
All theory.
Yeah, there's like some students who claim that he showed up to a high school party and smoked weed. I think that's a bullshit story.
It's gotta be bullshit.
No adult wants to go to a high school party.
And you wouldn't, if I was a teacher, you wouldn't catch me dead at a high school. Why would you go to a high school party? That's asking for you to be fucking fired.
I'm 23, and if I was invited to a high school party, I'd say fuck that. But we do know some people our age that go to high school parties. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked here. So he doesn't announce himself. It's just a random man. So I raise my hand and I go, "What is your name?" Because he didn't say his name, and all he said was, "I'm not in the mood for talking. Here's what you need to do. Do this and shut up." That's exactly what he said, actually.
He said, "I was there. I can confirm." He was pissy for no reason.
He was being a big cocksucker. So I raised my hand and I was like, "What's your name? Who are you?" And he goes, he starts like going after me. And I can't remember.
What I remember is not so much he said, but he looked so mad at you. And it wasn't like, hey, you weren't like, "Hey, suck my dick," or "Hey, fuck you, you fucking idiot."
Hey, fucko.
Yeah, but you were like, "Oh, can I just have your fucking name?" Because it could have been any random fucking person walk onto campus, right? I guess in theory, just walk in our classroom.
He got lucky. He drew the lottery and knew that there was no teacher. I was like, "Who are you? I don't know who you are."
He looked so mad.
He could have been a child molester. And the way he reacted, I think he was a child molester.
It's a big claim.
Yeah, Leonard Grasso is a child molester.
Jesus,
I'll put it on him.
Jesus.
He'll never hear this.
Yeah,
and if he does, if I know a lot of people from our high school listen, because that's our main viewer base. If that was your favorite teacher, you're retarded. You're an idiot. I don't like you. The man was a cocksucker. I don't care that his kids had cancer. I'm glad they got cancer because he deserved it. He was a piece of shit. He was a fucko. I didn't like him.
I couldn't tell.
And I didn't even have him. Just this one interaction is all it takes. If he was a server, I'd give him 0% tip for the day. Can you imagine if you had to tip your teacher?
I would not tip any teacher.
I would not tip a teacher.
I would never tip I don't care how good they were. I'm too poor to tip a teacher.
Yeah, this has got me reminiscent of last week where all we did was shit on teachers.
I think it's just a reoccurring thing.
It's a shit job. And, like, when I was in school, I had zero respect for teachers. I figured out real early on that these people didn't know, like, as much as they were portraying that they knew. I didn't think...
We had some fucking stupid teachers. You're right.
We did. We had a guy who was straight out of college. You're trying to tell me this guy knows more than me? Or is supposed to be some sort of authority?
That's why he doesn't work there anymore.
Yeah, he got fired because he's bad at teaching. And he had shit taste in music. Nobody wants to hear Passion Pit, you fucking nerd. But he's my favorite teacher. He was so cool. No, he wasn't. That guy's a fuckface too.
He yelled at me in class, so fuck him.
What did he yell at you for? I was in the class with you.
I was talking, apparently.
That was it?
I turned around to the person behind me to say something, and he told me to stop talking. He was getting sick of it.
I had a teacher yell at me for talking to you.
Yeah, well, I liked her, though.
Yeah, I had her twice.
Me too.
Well, I had her in high school and college.
Oh, that's right. You had her. What class?
I had her like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Psychology, was it?
Yeah, I took psychology.
Yeah, we had two people from our high school teach that class at our college.
Oh, really?
I took it with one of the guidance counselors. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty sick.
Yeah. It was fucking easy. We watched. The big thing was watching 127 hours with
James Franco.
Yeah.
He wants to get pussy,
Yeah,
and
big
he
old
gets
fucking
caught
tough
in a
guy.
rack.
Yep.
I watched that movie. I heard how good it was, and then I watched it, and I was like, "This movie's not that great."
It was okay.
It was also quick.
It was very quick.
It felt really short. But I mean, how much content? I remember when that happened.
Yeah, his arm was stuck. You can't really do much.
He cut his arm off.
Yeah, I know. He cut it off.
What a legend that real guy is.
He's dreaming of the flood.
James Franco's a pedophile or something.
Is he?
That's what I hear.
From who?
The internet. Like, apparently he's a habitual Instagram DMer.
Ew.
For like underage girls.
What the fuck? Why?
I don't know. He's James Franco.
People love him. He can get anyone he wants.
Yeah, he could get any pussy that he wanted. Like, let's not forget that James Franco is a very attractive guy. I don't like his brother.
Me neither. I don't think he's funny.
I don't think he's funny. I don't know why he goes for comedy roles. I don't get it.
He gets them, I guess, right?
He does, but I don't.
So I'd keep doing it too. If I was funny and getting roles, I'd do it.
Was he in that movie? Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates.
Maybe
It was Adam Devine and was it Zac Efron or was it him?
I think that was Zac Efron. What I remember him from was it was either 21 or 22 Jump Street. He was in that movie.
Yeah, he played a drug dealer in high school.
Not fucking good. Not funny. I didn't know those movies were funny either.
They have some funny moments in them. I believe one character gets his dick shot off.
Oh yeah,
that shit was funny.
Rob Riggle's character.
Rob Riggle's character, correct.
He's a Seahawks fan, so shout out Rob Riggle.
Rob Riggle's on this brand new TV show that I'm watching called Holy Moly. Yeah.
Was my executive producer Steph Curry?
Oh my God, fuck Steph Curry.
That's who's the producer. How do you like it? Have you seen the episode of Holy Moly?
I watched an episode. It's like Wipeout mixed with putt golf.
Is it good? Would you recommend I watch it? Is that a better way to say that?
Yeah, I'd recommend that everybody in America gives this a view.
Okay.
That's my TV show
of the week.
Yeah. You know what I watched this week that I didn't enjoy?
What's that?
New season of Big Brother came out.
Oh.
And every year, like, Big Brother is this national phenomenon. People fucking love it. I don't get the appeal. It's so fake. It's so fake. Bad, right? Like, all of these people are clearly trying to get a way into the entertainment business. And they're all fucking fake. This must be for the lowest IQ individual in the world. Because the show sucks. It's absolutely terrible. I don't know why anybody would watch Big Brother. If you understand the appeal, please let me know. Like, this isn't pandering or anything. Like, I don't give a fuck how many comments are put on our shit. But I legitimately want to know, if you're a Big Brother fan, what is entertaining to you? I imagine, I've never seen an episode of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, but I imagine that it has the same effect for me. That these shows are so fucking contrived and gross that I would never enjoy them. I was having a conversation with my sister this week.
What conversation was that?
We were at Squid Libs.
Mm-hmm.
The second name drop of Squid Libs on the podcast. Local watering hole. Good happy hour. Good deal. $2.50 domestic drafts. Can't beat the price. During happy hour. Otherwise, that place is too fucking expensive to drink at. I wouldn't recommend it. And I was talking to her casually about Instagram bots.
Oh.
And I was like, hey, do you have Instagram bots contacting you? She said, yeah, I get them all the time. And I was like, are they male? Are they male bots?
Oh.
And she said, no, they're females. And she's like, they're like, watch me take my pants off. And she's like, no, thank you. So apparently everybody gets Instagram bots. And they're all female.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. And you would think that they would have a way to, like an algorithm that would help understand that this was a female, not a male. Or maybe it's a lesbian. I don't know. Are lesbians promiscuous?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
You think that's the next step in bots probably, or male bots. I bet.
And then, so I got into the talk to my sister about Tinder. I said, what's your experience with bots on Tinder? Because you set your gender preference.
Mm-hmm.
She said, everybody's real on Tinder.
What?
Yeah, so there are no male bots.
But I know, you can clearly tell on Tinder.
Yeah.
When there's a female bot.
And she said that it was confusing for her because a lot of people in their Tinder bio will say, ugh, tired of all these bots.
And she had no fucking idea.
And she was like, I don't know what they're talking about.
What do they mean bots? Yeah.
But she did say that the equivalent to the Tinder bot are furries and what was the other thing she said? Furries and what's another gross individual? Neckbeards.
I was about to say homosexual.
Yeah, the worst part is when you run across a queer on Tinder.
Oh, okay. I forgot. Since we left high school, neckbeards are funny. Since we left high school, I've completely forgot about neckbeards.
Really?
Yeah, I think there's, what's the Reddit subreddit?
r/neckbeards.
Neckbeards. I read those. I'm like, I just don't encounter those people anymore. Do you see neckbeards?
No, because I go outside.
Right.
When
I only see them in the mall. At our mall, you'll see one every once in a while. But everywhere else I go, it's like, everyone's appears normal.
Do we have neckbeards at the high school?
I can't think of his name. Nick knew him.
Oh, you're talking about TJ.
I asked you one time if he was, and you said yes, he is.
Yeah, he's a neckbeard.
Yeah, I mean he fits the physical description of one, right?
Yeah, he's just an odd guy.
Yeah, I think I talked to him once or twice.
I'm not gonna shit on him.
I'm sure he's a nice guy.
I did shit on him as a teen, and I feel bad about that. That was something I was thinking about. What's your most regrettable moment throughout your whole life? I have one in particular.
That's a good question. Go ahead.
But my most regrettable thing that I've ever done was I had a birthday party. I think I've told you this story. I had a birthday party and nobody showed up except for my mom's friend and my best friend at the time. My mom's friend, and she brought her daughter, and her daughter was annoying. But yeah, my mom threw this whole big birthday party and nobody showed up except my best friend and this friend's daughter. And I would have been cool if the daughter showed up if she was hot, but she wasn't. I met her through Taekwondo. That's how my mom met the friend. Okay. I took a Taekwondo for like 2 years. I was a green with a purple stripe. So I was pretty far up there.
Damn, you were good.
No.
Oh. I felt bad for you.
I think karate, I don't respect a black belt because if you just go to karate for 5 years, they give it to you.
They just give it to you, right? It's like, you've paid us enough money.
Yeah, you have to pass their test, but there's no physically demanding test. I understand that that's not true for all martial arts. There are some times where you have to be studying under a certain teacher for many, many years. And specifically I'm thinking of jiu-jitsu. There are no fake black belts in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, okay.
If you're a black, there's a lot of brown belts. And that means they're very, very good.
But they're not quite.
But no, it's not that they're not quite. There may be black belt level. They just haven't been in the gym long enough.
Oh, okay.
You
really got to grind.
Yeah. And jiu-jitsu is an interesting martial art because you don't have to do it in the get-up, in the karate outfit, the gi, as it's called. But if you want to belt up, you want to rank up on your belt, you have to do it in the gi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, there's no gi jits, and then there's gi jits.
Interesting.
And the difference is that when you wear the gi, the martial art changes. You can grab different places, and you can use the gi as like a tool to help you get into different positions that you could not achieve in no gi jits. So there's guys that are black belt level, but they just don't spend enough. They don't put the gi on.
Oh, okay.
And you can't get a belt without
Without
being
the gi, okay.
without being in the gi. As far as I'm aware, which I've heard of, jiu-jitsu is a big thing in podcasting.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you have your Joe Rogans, but I listen to another podcast, and they're constantly talking about jiu-jitsu, and one of the guys used to practice jiu-jitsu. So, like, you get a lot of info about jiu-jitsu. I imagine most people know this. This is common knowledge at this point if you're a podcast listener. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting that that there are no male bots on Tinder. You know?
Do you know what we were talking about?
Yeah.
It was your story.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my most regrettable moment. Fuck.
He's a little out of it, folks.
I'm telling you, I had a rough day.
It has been a long day for him. I'll give him that.
It's been a short day. I've only been up for 5 hours.
But it's also been a fucking long one, figuratively for you. You knew the one chick from Taekwondo and your best friend.
That's where we got.
Yes.
That's where we are. I'm so sorry. People probably think I'm high on drugs.
You looked at me and I thought you were joking, making a joke, and then I realized he thinks we're still talking about fucking Tinder bots. Oh, that shit's funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, where you left off.
So, nobody showed up to this birthday party. Fuck, I know I can jump right back into the story. Nobody showed up to this birthday party, and my friend got me a gift, and my mom's friend got me a birthday card, and the card was sitting on top of the gift, and I picked up the card, I looked at it, and I tossed it like.
Whatever.
So disrespectful. I said, gift first, and I tossed her card like it was nothing to me. And, you know, if it weren't for them coming, then it would have been a real shit birthday. It would just be, I should have just invited a friend over.
Yeah, because that's all it was.
Yeah. But my boss was telling me that she threw a birthday party for her daughter, and she was real concerned that nobody would show up. And she was going on and on about how she was worried that her daughter would be so sad if nobody showed up to her birthday party. And my boss said that her niece said, just call their parents and ask them to come to the birthday party.
Yeah.
Because the kid may never even give the invitation to the parent because they just forget.
Oh, yeah.
And my mom never did that. Never. I mean, she may have when I was younger.
Yeah.
But when she was like, we're going to throw a party, hand out these invitations to other kids.
The kids probably just fucking forgot.
Yeah. And my mom worked, so it wasn't like she was in the school or had any... she didn't pick me up, so she had no connections to any of the kids that I knew in school. So it's probably impossible for her to call. But I feel like my mom always blamed my birthday being near a holiday that nobody would show up. And I think it was really that the kids never gave the invitation to a parent. And then later on, when I was 12, there was a kid whose birthday was 2 days before mine. And he was just a little bit more popular than me. So everybody would go to his party and not mine.
Not yours, yeah.
And that was okay with me. I didn't really care. This is why I'm a fucked up individual who can't remember what fucking topic we're on. I look like a goddamn dunce.
That was funny. No, that's gotta be shitty as a parent, though. You know, your boss was worrying. Imagine no one showed up to your kid's birthday. And you have to give them some fucking reason.
Yeah.
Like, here's
Sorry, you're ugly.
Fucking shut up. Sorry, you're annoying. Sorry, you're dumb. Sorry, you're ugly. That's shitty as a parent. And I think parents know. Like, some parents know it's like, fuck, here comes my kid's birthday. No one's going to show up. I think you were that case. I think you're just so dumb and stupid looking that no one wanted to go to your birthday.
Yeah,
no, but you make a good point. It probably was. Because my mom would call around.
Yeah.
Because I always had a parent picking me up. Either my mom or my dad.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
So
you didn't have a bus experience?
I had, for every once in a while. High school never, middle school never, but like early elementary school I did. Like early, like kindergarten.
The bus, I was thinking about this earlier this week. The bus was like the spot to get into some fucking trouble, dude. Like, if you wanted to fuck around, like, I feel like most kids learn to curse on the bus.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there's always the older kids, too, on the bus.
Yeah, older kids.
Those kids let it fucking rip.
There's some schools, like when I was in Georgia, the high school and the middle school rode on the same bus.
Are you serious? They get out at the same time?
No, they were just like the high school was in the backyard of the middle school.
Oh, okay, I see. Makes sense.
And the town was small enough that there wasn't a need for a high school and a middle school bus, or else there'd be like 5 kids on each bus.
Yeah, it'd be fucking stupid.
Yeah. You never had to sit next to anybody.
So you gotta be with the older kids.
I remember this one kid, he lived in a real shit trailer. And he was the only one at his stop. And it was like second to last week of school or something. And he got suspended because he beat the fuck out of a girl.
Jesus Christ.
And the bus driver, her name was Miss Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this was the kind of shit where she pulled up to my house to pick us up and drop us off. Like,
you got that special treatment.
No, everybody had that.
No, everyone had it but here in bigger counties in Florida, we call that the retard treatment.
Yeah.
Because I was picking up the retarded kid.
Short bus drives into the neighborhood.
Yeah, we had a kid on our block. He wasn't like, he just couldn't walk. He just couldn't walk. His legs didn't work.
Remember that kid that went to our high school in the fucking wheelchair? Yeah. That kid was funny.
Funny. Funny kid.
Funny looking.
That's actually one of the questions I had for you. Actually, can we take a break because I have to piss?
Yeah, we can take a break.
Okay, give me 1 second.
So, back with your most regrettable moment.
I don't have a moment particular, but I have 2 people. One's Hunter and one's Ryder.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of dropped them for my friends in high school.
Oh.
And I've apologized to both since, and everything seems okay. But I was an asshole.
Yeah, you were.
I did it to you, too.
Yeah, you did.
Sucks.
Yeah, but I was persistent.
But you were persistent. That's why we're here today.
Yeah.
But
and I called you out on it.
Yeah, you did. I'm glad you did, because I realized, oh, fuck, I'm an asshole. But I went from, I'm not justifying it, but I went from, like, no friends, staying up playing RuneScape all night by myself, to having, like, a fuck ton of friends.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I have to pick. And when you're a sophomore or junior in high school, you're not exactly the most mature. You're not worried about the character. You're about the amount of people and how high they are on the totem pole.
Mm-hmm.
So that's mine. I was shitty, but I've apologized to everyone since, and I think relationships are amended.
Yeah.
Not a crazy thing, but asshole. But
yeah.
I know I was.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a real weird time. I remember I would like invite you to hang out like a week in advance.
Yeah.
And you'd go, yeah, sure. And then it would come the time and you blew me off, and it happened like 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Not to open old wounds. And
no, we're adults. We can talk about this.
Yeah. And finally I was just like, hey man, every time I invite you to hang out, you say you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then you never come through, and I know it's because you're hanging out with other people.
Yeah.
That's not cool. And you're like, sorry. And then you kind of switched up. And I also started hanging out with that group of friends. Yeah. Which I semi-regret. And I, you know, I have friends like Joseph and Naberto who I actually genuinely still like into adulthood, and Zach Fartleman. But a lot of those people are just fucking toxic.
Yeah.
And I can see how you fell into that mindset, you know.
No, looking back, I definitely go. I mean, if I knew what I knew now, it'd be fucking different. But everyone does some fucking stupid shit.
Yeah.
When they're 16, 17 years old, and that was mine.
Yeah, I think I did the same. Well, I started to do the same when I started hanging out. That friend group, it was weird because they're the only people that I know that would hang out every single day.
Every single day.
Like, until, like, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah. And when we got older, it was later than that.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, man. I want to be home by myself sometimes. Which I could have if I was the cocksucker. Didn't realize that.
Yeah. And, like, it's easy when, especially, I had a very similar experience as you. But then I got some info that they didn't like me that much, and I was just getting invited because I was part of the group now, and they were just talking shit about me constantly. And I cut them out of my life for a period of time. And that was a real, because what happened for me is I started hanging out with them in my senior year of high school. And that I was worried because everybody that I was friends with, because we were in that AP class type, so the people that we were friends with were achievers, I guess you could say. So everybody that I was friends with was going away to college. They were just going away.
Yeah.
And
they're the ones that some people, they stay in town for a while and decide, but no, these are people who are getting, their tuition paid for because they are this fucking smart people.
Yeah.
Or not even smart people. They just took initiative in high school and went out and did what they're supposed to do.
I think that's a regrettable experience for me too.
Me too.
If I were to do high school over again, I would take normal ass classes and get all A's.
All A's. Well, I think I could have been fine, but my first 2 years, I just fucked around too much.
No, I did the same.
2.5 years, and I think, pardon me, and I think if I would have done well, I could have went to Florida State or University of Florida. Not saying University of South Florida was a bad school. I have a lot of great memories at USF. I met a lot of great people. That's how I met my roommate. That's how I met some friends I know in town. It's excellent, awesome. But I could have easily went to a better university.
Yeah. I could have gone to a university and probably finished it had I done anything in high school. I still managed to save my GPA, though, which was something that my parents didn't. But I wasn't going to get into any school.
No.
Especially with my grades as they were for the first year and a half of school. Like, I think that's a huge red flag for a lot of universities. It's like, oh, this guy's not going to transition well to school. And they would be right. I mean, I don't know. When I was in elementary school, I was the smart, like I was, genuinely on the like A tier level of minds of elementary. Like no third grader could fuck with me mentally. And it was kind of like a come to Jesus moment. Come to Jesus sounds dirty.
That sounds really dirty. Why are you coming to Jesus?
I'm coming to Jesus.
That's not very Christian of you.
I flick my bean and read the Bible. I'm coming to Jesus.
Jesus was no homosexual. Do not come to Jesus.
Abraham Lincoln was a homosexual, they say.
Really?
Yeah, you never heard that?
No.
Yeah, they say that he would sleep in beds with men.
That's funny.
In his diary, he wrote that.
What a fucking...
I'm digging this... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say a word I can't say.
Oh. Does it rhyme with baguette?
Yes. After you hit your little beer review, I think I have one more regrettable thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you go ahead and tell them how the beer is, because I think it's very good.
I think it's good. It's just that on like the initial like beer to mouth transfer, it kind of smells like rubber.
A little bit. Holy shit.
Yeah, it smells like a Tire Kingdom.
A Tire Kingdom.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to get my oil changed down the street at Tires Plus.
Yeah.
Taste isn't bad though, but you're
No.
right. You're definitely right.
It's got an automobile like scent.
I like its color.
I can't tell the color.
I had a little on my rim. The rim of the can, not the rim of my asshole.
A little pre-cum on the can?
Yeah.
Oh, baby. So what's your other regrettable moment?
Not talking to girls.
Ah,
Like legit.
yeah.
Should I even go in?
No, yeah, go for it.
I don't know. I think I could have easily gotten like dates in high school. I still lack self-confidence, you know.
We had that one bitch.
What? I had you're right, I guess.
No, I'm not talking about you had that one bitch as a girlfriend. I'm talking you had that one bitch that I think was detrimental to
Maybe.
your...
You think I should have made a move if I were to go back in time? If I could turn back time?
No, you did make a move. You asked her out. She said no.
Oh, her, yeah. Hey, you know what? That's how I knew you were a real pal, for the lack of the word I want to use. You stood up for me.
Yeah. If
It was
you
10th grade. Fuck her.
Yeah, fuck her. I saw her recently in a parking lot.
Did you?
I tried to run her over.
Good, thank you. I have no remorse.
I'm gonna hit this bitch with my fucking car. She was flirting with you in chemistry class. I noticed it. It was apparent. It was obvious. She had this problem, like a lot of the girls her age, the 15-year-old girl, where they thought that they were much better looking than they actually were, and that
women of all ages have that.
that Harry Styles would be knocking down their door if they only knew who they were. And I even I had a lot of friends that were girls, and I expressed that. I said, a lot of these girls need to get off their high horse and realize, like, that they need to, like...
Realize what they look like?
Recognize that they aren't as good or they're not worth as much as they think they are. And there's this real, like, weird power structure for women, where they like to think that I'm not going to settle for anybody, because I used the word settle. I was like, you need to settle for like a Melbourne guy because the Hollywood actor's not coming for you. I said it to them. And they were like, I am never going to settle. My standards are not too high. My standards are what my standards are. And I don't understand. Like, for me, and maybe it's because I have lower self-confidence than like the normal person. But like I base my attraction on people who I think are in my gettable range. Yeah, I think fucking what is it? The Scarlett Johansson. That's what everybody says is so hot. You know, I think Angelina Jolie is banging hot. Do I think I can conceivably fuck Angelina Jolie? No way. No fucking. Maybe that's what's wrong with me, though.
And yeah, maybe, I don't know. But my problem with that is it's really, no one will argue with you and go, man, don't say that about yourself. Of course you can. But if you tell a chick they can't bang,
yeah,
it's like, oh my God, you're a misogynist.
Yeah,
you're anti-feminist. I can't believe you just said that to
I
her.
can't believe you're saying that to a woman. You're hurting her self-image.
Like, fuck, man.
Yeah, sorry. You look like a fucking trash can. There's no way in hell you're gonna fuck Zac Efron. He wouldn't fuck you. He's not interested.
Just how it is.
You're a 14-year-old girl.
You should have won.
He would go to jail. Yeah. And he's not going to jail over you. You need to recognize that. And then they also do this thing where they only like the hottest boy in school.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I don't want to hear how hot this guy is. I know he's hot. I have eyeballs.
Yeah, I like it with him.
You're never going to get with him.
Yeah, because he's only going to get with one chick. Couple chicks. Y'all can't get hit up. Right?
I wish I had preyed on the younger girls.
Yeah, a lot of guys did.
There was a lot of...
Looking back, I was like, oh, fuck those guys. But looking back, I'm like, fuck.
They were getting
That's
pooned.
in the age rate. I'm not over, I graduated when I was 17. I was young.
Yeah, you were a young bull.
I would never gotten in trouble.
No. Everybody there was... You could fuck a 12-year-old at 17.
I could have, I guess, right?
Yeah, nobody's going to jail.
No.
There's not a rule.
Like
there's not
frowned
there's
upon,
not
there's no
a... There's
rule
not
there.
a... You could be... Actually, there is a rule.
What is it?
Well,
Oh, fuck.
I don't know, because, like...
Cut this.
I watched a thing on jail, like children in jail, and this one kid was in there for like fingering his younger sibling, and so apparently, even if you are underage, you can still go to jail for, lewd and lascivious acts on a minor.
I'll tell you one thing. As if they were under, like, if I was 17, they're under 15 or 14. No thank you, right?
Yeah. Get in my
Didn't
line.
we have, like, someone in 9th grade and he was, like, dating a 6th grader or something?
Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about? I think...
Say his name.
Tristan.
Oh,
What was his last
yeah.
name? Played football.
I know him.
I hurried through the room that he was
Ryder's girlfriend used to date him.
Really?
Yeah.
And how much young... Is she younger than us by a significant amount?
Not a significant amount. I think she might be... Well, she just turned 21.
Well, that was a bad decision on her part to date him.
Yeah.
He seemed like a fucking tool. But I heard, like,
Apparently
9th
he's
grade-
hung.
Of course he is. Of course he's hung. But
I wish I was hung.
yeah, me too.
I'm hung like a doorknob.
Like a normal average guy. No, I just heard rumors that he did 6th grade, and that kind of blew my mind.
Well, yeah, 6th graders are hot.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I know.
Well,
I know you think so.
different strokes for different folks.
That's what it really comes down to. Everything should be allowed.
Being a pedophile must fucking suck. You can't tell anybody that. You can't. Like,
Well, there's also that famous Louis C.K. Monologue at SNL where he goes, fucking one girl underage, one 12-year-old, it fucks your life, right? It ruins your fucking life. But guys keep doing it. So there must be something good about it, right?
yeah.
And he got a lot of shit for that joke.
Did he?
But it's a way, it's kind of, I guess it's some truth. I'm not saying I would have sex with the
You
girl
don't need
underage.
life ruining stuff? You want to say it publicly?
No. No.
I probably do some life ruining stuff.
Anyway, back to...
I'm a degenerate fuck, though.
What did you tell this chick when I had asked her out? And
Oh.
she said yes, gave me her number, and then the next day she came to me in class and said, thanks, but no thanks. I was like, okay, cool, whatever.
What happened was, it was either later that year, 10th grade year, or into 11th grade year. You entered the cafetorium, and
So way after.
yeah. And she goes, "Oh my God, Marshall's here. Yeah, I gotta leave. I have to leave." And I'm like, "Why do you have to leave?" Because she was hanging out with a girl who sat at my table.
I know the girl.
I had a very popular lunch table.
I know the
I was
girl.
very proud of it. It was called the Clout Gang. Speaking of Clout Gang, I want to amend something from last week. Steve will do it as part of the Nelk Boys, not FaZe Clan.
Not FaZe Clan.
Nelk Boys are currently living in the FaZe house.
Okay.
I learned this by watching some Nelk videos. I would not recommend. You ever seen a Nelk video?
Nope, but I'm not going to. Do your recommendation.
It's a prank channel.
I'm definitely not going to watch it then.
Yeah. But they do have. I mean, I keep watching them. You ever have? You have YouTube channels like that?
Yeah. Joey's World Tour. No joke. Badlands Chugs, guys like that. I go, this is shit content, but I keep watching it.
Badlands Chugs. Shout out Badlands. He's a real guy. So she's going, "Oh, Marshall just entered the cafeteria. I gotta go." And I go, "What do you gotta go for? What do you have to go for?"
I didn't even sit with you guys. I didn't sit close to you guys.
No, you just entered the lunch line.
I was just getting lunch.
You were getting
I was
lunch.
bulling in the North Cafeteria, probably. I wanted to get my nachos.
No, you were in the. It was south. My table was in the south.
Oh, then I was
cafeteria.
in the South. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't. It was rare. That's why it was like.
Oh,
it was like the one-off time.
He's here.
He's here, and I was like, you know what? You're a dumb cunt.
Hell yeah.
And she was like, excuse me? I go, Marshall's my friend.
Hell yeah.
Even though he blows me off every 3 weeks.
You're still a dumb cunt.
You're a dumb bitch. He doesn't like you anymore. There's no reason for you to be acting like this. You can sit right here because I guarantee you he's not even thinking about your dumb ass.
You know what I was thinking about? Fucking eating lunch. That's what I was thinking about. I was fucking starving.
Yeah, this bitch didn't eat lunch. She was on the chunkier side.
Yeah, she was still chunky, huh?
Yeah. Marshall was once attracted to an Uggo.
Yeah, that's whatever. Aren't we all at one point?
No.
Oh, bullshit. I see you point some chicks out public where I go, what the fuck?
I believe it was episode 2 where I said I was into trailer trash.
Anyways, episode 2. Where
My dad said that made him
with
uncomfortable. It's a comedy podcast, you fucking nerd. Figure it out. I'm not saying it. Spoiler alert. These are not my real opinions. Last week when I went off about some controversial topic, and it wasn't teachers. I legitimately believe teachers are overpaid. Fuck teachers. I'm going to keep going on that. I hate them. I wish we could gay bash teachers.
I have a topic that kind of relates to high school.
Yeah, go for it.
I was thinking about this because I was on a Reddit thread and the question was, who is the weirdest kid at your school? So can you recall some of the weirdest kids at our school?
The weirdest? Oh, yeah. Yeah. There was that one kid, Ian, with the binder.
Yep.
Who covered his mole up with his binder.
And he would run around with it covering his face. It was like, it's just a mole, dude.
Yeah, get it removed.
And he had long hair.
Yeah.
And he'd hide part of his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kid was weird.
He'd run to class. If he'd run to class, you're immediately.
There was every kid that was enrolled in ROTC.
Oh my God. I think that's every school everywhere. And if you're not, you're going, that we weren't weird. Yeah, you were.
Man, how unlucky. There was those 2 guys who looked exactly the same, but I think they weren't related. And they both had receding hairlines. Yeah. How unfucking lucky do you have to be 15 and have male pattern baldness?
It sucks. My uncle Robert had male pattern baldness. He was
at 15.
He was bald by like 17 or 18 years old. Like legit, not like here, the front of his head, like legit, like had no fucking hair. Some people just were like that. My grandfather was like that too.
Did you know?
Me and my dad are full heads.
I learned this. I think I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast this week.
Another baldy.
That it's impossible to lose the crown around your head.
Oh, really?
Like the friar tuck?
Yeah, because you never see people. Like, you see bald guys with their hair grown out, they always have that. Yeah. You don't lose that.
Yeah, you only lose the top.
Is that interesting?
Well, yeah, I think it's just like that's our fur.
Yeah, like that's just how we
it's only this guy that can go.
The top,
I'm so glad that I don't have any signs of male pattern baldness.
And then some people, they keep the very front of their hair, and they start receding behind it.
Oh, that's great.
It's so gross looking. It's the worst male pattern baldness you can get.
Bald people need to get aborted.
No, I like bald people.
You know, our good friend Ryan is receding. Craig.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. And
I mean, look at his father.
That's why he wears hats.
Yeah, I know that's why he wears hats. I know why a lot of people our age wear hats a lot. That's why. But one day they'll go.
Zach Farman wears a hat. Is he?
No, his hair. I don't think so.
His hair's just gross.
Yeah. You hear that, Zach? Fuck your hair, dude. Get a new haircut. I tell him every time I see him to try a new haircut. It's been the same for the last 10 years, dude. Change it up.
What was with that friend group and every single one of them having their haircut in their garage?
Everyone just had master barbers for parents.
No, they didn't.
I know they didn't.
No, they didn't.
I was trying to be nice.
I'm not ever nice.
My parents, they're like, we're never going to cut your hair, dude. We're not fucking stupid. We can't cut hair.
Marshall's family was too poor for a haircut. That's why he's got girl hair.
That's why I have long hair. It's really sad. So I don't shave my face either.
So if you want to start a GoFundMe for a haircut.
Yeah, please. I want to go with one of those fancy salons.
You've raised $12,000 for a haircut.
Yep. Psych.
You're lucky that you look good with long hair.
Thank you.
Because you can't afford a haircut.
Yeah, it's really sad. What if I look like shit?
Yeah.
What if I had a receding hairline?
What if you look like Ian?
Well, yeah. Anyone else? Ooh, I know the ultimate weirdo at our school. I'm scared to say her name though.
Brittany.
She might hear this and fucking come kill us.
Yeah.
You wanna?
Her name was I just said her name. Her name was Brittany, and she's fucking weird.
She was weird, and her parents were weird too.
Yeah, she
looked just like her mother.
She was a weeb, a weeaboo.
She hated the FCAT.
She frequently protested and if you don't know what the FCAT is a standardized test in Florida. You probably have an equivalent in your state. Yeah. I know you do because it's a fucking requirement. I don't understand. Why do you have to have a fucking test?
I don't know.
You know what? I'm with her. Let's go protest with her. She's still protesting that shit. She went to the community college that we both attended, and she was still there, like fucking walking around doing nothing. And she was gross. I did not like her. Mm-mm. Not at all.
So strange. I like talking to people like that though. And you're probably going, "Why? Are you fucking stupid?" It's just so fun hearing the bullshit they spew to you.
It's
like, holy shit.
The couple things that girl did. She was definitely on the spectrum of autism. And one teacher made the mistake of giving her feeling bad and giving her a chocolate. And then every day she demanded a chocolate.
Yep.
It wasn't like I guess maybe she has Asperger's or something. Yeah, because she was in regular classes. Yeah, I guess she wasn't a full blown retard.
I guess she could. I guess she couldn't write though because she had that keyboard thing. Remember, but her hands worked fine.
Hey, just because you have the keyboard thing doesn't mean you can't write.
There's 2 students in our school that I remember having a keyboard. Maybe a third. Maybe a kid that couldn't. He had cerebral palsy or something. But our co-host here, Spencer, his handwriting was so fucking bad that
according to one teacher,
we had a bitchy teacher go make him get a keyboard and type his shit out and print it. And the only place you could print it was the library, correct?
That's right.
So you, Brittany, and some other kid, there was another kid who, he was special needs, had to go to the library and print their fucking work out.
I got mistaken to being special needs a lot in high school. I don't know why. I think it was just because I was fat and slovenly.
Yeah. That's probably what it is.
Yeah. But I was clearly much brighter than the teachers, so I don't... Oh, that was something my fucking sister and my mom said to me this week that fucking pissed me off. They said I'm arrogant.
You're arrogant.
Do I come off as arrogant to you?
Not to me.
They said I'm like basically that I come off like I know better than everybody else. And that I'm arrogant. I'm not arrogant.
You've been the same person to me forever, so I don't see it that way.
Yeah, but I mean that friend group claimed I was a know-it-all because I had to look up on Google whether or not it was true or not.
Yeah.
Man, fuck some of those people, man. I want to beat their ass. And you know what? There's a high probability that they're listening, and I hope they know that given the chance, I would commit genocide on that friend group.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, and most of them are fucking unintelligent. So genocide means kill.
Mass killing.
Look how arrogant I am. I have to explain the word genocide.
Man, you're so fucking know-it-all-y.
Yeah.
Your mom's
it's to wipe out a whole race.
Kid knows what genocide means, but can't fucking
Marshall,
write.
if you could wipe out a whole race, which one
I'm
would
not answering that question on the podcast. You ask me after.
Ask me after.
Keep everyone in suspense. No one ex-world leader had it right.
Every time we have jokes like that in the podcast, I hear it from my father. That made me cringe. Does
you know that word's like from 2013?
Yeah, my dad watches 2013 YouTubers though.
Like who?
His favorite YouTuber is Demolition Ranch.
Of course.
You know Demolition Ranch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's his favorite. He has merch.
Does he really?
My dad is the only person that I know for a fact that has bought YouTuber merch.
Jesus Christ.
I got him YouTuber merch for fucking Christmas.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did he like it?
Yeah.
He loved it.
All he wanted for Christmas was that Logan Paul merch.
And it sounded like a God church. My name is Nick Compton. No, I'm not. My name is Nick Crompton.
Yeah, Crompton.
No, I'm not from Compton.
No. UK is my city, baby.
Jesus.
The UK is my city.
Something. Keep it popping or something like that. Jesus. It's every day, bro. With that Disney Channel flow, I can't sing too much. I'm like, if I can. We're going to their wedding. We got invited. Remember, Jake, Paul, and Tana.
We got invited.
Yeah. You didn't check our Gmail account?
No.
Yeah, they emailed us an invite.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Are you gonna go?
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Hell yeah.
RSVP'd for us already. So
sick.
So we're gonna
vlog that.
I can't remember the date though. So I will be in probably LA that day.
Go see Tana Mongoose.
God, I can't believe that shit.
We'll take a photo with her and say,
"Hey, Nit, he was choking me." Well, he wasn't. He barely put. He did like the
hover hand
to her.
Would you ever hover hand?
No.
I took a photo with Shocks, League of Legends commentator. She's a female for the EU, or was. I don't know if she's still. No, she didn't even a commentator. She's like a player interviewer. And when I went to that League of Legends tournament, I met her, and I crested my hand on like the bridge, like the like where the ass meets the back.
Her lower back, yeah.
Yeah, it was a real slick move.
I've been denied of a hand around the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was at a Seahawks Dolphins game. No, it wasn't a chick though. It was this player came out. His name was Leroy Hill. He went to Clemson, and I wanted a picture. So I said, "Hey, can I get a picture?" He goes, "Yeah, sure." I wanted to go put my arm around him. He fucking grunted. He went, "Ugh." I'm like, I think that means no. So I took my arm back. He had a grip on my shoulder. Took the picture.
Yeah, the grip on the shoulder was more of a threat.
Yeah, like he was going to beat my ass. I'm like, dude, I don't even want the picture anymore. You're not even a good player. And he signed my jersey I was wearing. That was cool of him, I guess. But he grunted. He went, "Ah!" I'm like, I guess, what does that fucking mean?
It was a Dolphins what?
Dolphins-Seahawks game.
Oh, that's why you were there.
He was a Seahawks player, yes. He came out to see some family. I was probably bothering him. Looking back, I'd never asked.
You were good. You had good enough seats that you were close enough to a player.
It was after the game.
Oh. Hey, you! You play the game.
Take a picture with me.
That Tom Segura story. This is a Tom Segura story where he talks about Pac-Man Jones.
Yes, it's on his special I just watched.
Yeah,
it's a good.
That's
one.
a good joke.
I appreciate. Tell that motherfucker I appreciate it or whatever
he
says. He goes, "My dad, he's
a big fan.
Loves you.
Tell that motherfucker I appreciate
him."
Man, I wish I was black. Black people are so cool.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they can have dreadlocks.
Even like white black guys are cool.
Light black guys.
White.
I wish I was mixed race. I'd be so much better looking.
Yeah, the best looking.
You are mixed race.
Kind of.
You lucky fuck.
Not that mixed race.
Well, yeah, you got the Hispanics that are
Hispanic in me.
Yeah, but the Cubans are white.
Yeah,
like they come out.
I claim to be white with Hispanic descent.
Joey Diaz looks like a fucking Italian.
He sounds like one too.
Well, that's because he's from New York.
He said, I remember him saying, "If you don't like blue cheese with your wings, you're a cocksucker." That's what
he goes, "It's
blue
cheese or go fuck yourself."
Go fuck yourself. That's right. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
It's his famous quote. I love it. No ranch. He doesn't like the ranch dressing. Ranch. I love a Joey Coco Diaz. He's one of my favorite players in the game. Another favorite player of mine and my Instagram follow of the week, I highly recommend, is Timothy Dillon.
Oh my God, he's so fucking funny.
He's so fucking funny. I don't know what his stand-up is like, but if it's anything like his... I mean, he has I should listen to his podcast because that guy's so fucking funny. Dude, I can't... I think he's also in the podcast with the conglomerate of comedians called Legion of Skanks.
I think so.
You think he's part of the Legion of Skanks?
So, yeah.
That's Luis Gomez and Big J. Okerson. Big J. Okerson is somebody that I like. A lot of comedians really like, but I watched him on Netflix's Degenerates, and I did not find him funny.
It's a comedian's comedian.
Yeah.
It's like Mark Maron.
I saw Mark Maron in a TV show recently.
Which one's that?
It was a Netflix show called Easy.
Oh, okay. Damn, he gets a lot of work on Netflix.
Yeah, I think Netflix likes him.
He's got his own TV show. You got the Mark Maron show. He's got the other Glow.
Yeah, Glow.
Damn, Netflix fucking likes him. His stand-up's whatever.
Yeah, but you like his podcast, yeah?
Yeah, his podcast is pretty good, yeah.
I've never listened to his
What
podcast.
the Fuck podcast, yeah. I like when he has certain guests on. Like if his podcast is, if I don't see, if it's not a guest I care about, I don't listen to it. Like I'll watch All of Your Mom's House, even though I don't give a fuck about Jim Gaffigan, but I'll still watch the episode of Jim Gaffigan.
I listened to Jim Gaffigan on Joe Rogan. I enjoyed it.
He's pretty cool. His stand-up's okay. It's just not.
He's clean.
Yeah, he's clean. That's why I don't like it. I like dirty.
You like blue
dark,
comments.
Yeah. You know what I watched today?
Comics.
Was Sarah Silverman. You like Sarah Silverman?
You know what? Sarah Silverman never got a fair shake in my household because my mom, says she's too filthy, and a lot of my viewing is based on my mom. So a lot of times she prejudges things. So no, I've never seen any Sarah Silverman stand up.
Watch her stand up; it's pretty good. But I like Jewish comics for some reason.
Yeah.
I watched 2 Jewish comics today.
You're watching David Cross
and Sarah Silverman.
Oh, yeah. Nice! Shout out to the Jews. The Jews.
Yeah, I like Jews.
Jews are better at comedy than.
They're hot. They're funny.
They're wild.
They're wild. Yeah.
I wish I was Jewish.
And every Jewish comedian's like, "Oh, I don't practice. I don't believe in that shit." You wish you were Jewish?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd own.
I'd have some spice in
You'd be part of the world banks.
I'd have Jew gold.
Yeah. You'd be calling me a goyim right now.
Yeah. That's Marshall learned that word last week. And hopefully, and I nailed it, by the way.
Yep.
It is goyim.
Did you like the picture I put? It was, instead of boy bye, it was goy bye on the video. It was stupid.
On the video
portion. I found a picture of a guy waving, a Jew waving, and it says goy bye instead of boy bye.
The Jews are elitist, man.
They are. That's why they have
That's why
they have a word for non-Jews.
Goyim. I would love to be someone's goyim.
And me too.
I was reading through some of my old tweets to my sister, and that one where I talk about how you say I'm not from Florida. That whole thread is hilarious to me. With the Don Cheadles.
I love Don Cheadle.
I like how it ends, too, with me saying, "Why are you sending me TV's Tim Meadows?" They look alike.
They do. I have to pee.
They say that about 8. Really?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Wow, it's like once every 35 minutes this guy's got to pee. Well, you guys, 35 plus 35 is 110?
And 10.
You want to call it a cast?
Yeah, sure. It's called a cast. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut off short.
No, I think we got enough content in for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for listening. You can check us out on Twitter at TDF Americans, as well as Instagram at TDF Americans. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Dumb Fat Americans. We got highlights mostly every Tuesday. I dropped the ball this week. That's my bad.
Fucker.
Yeah, I've just been a real piece of shit for the podcast this week.
This is my business partner.
Okay, calm down. This is why you make the big bucks, and I'm just a slave.
This is why you're my employee.
Check us out every Friday. We upload. Thank you so very much for listening.
And make sure to give us 5 stars in iTunes and leave a review.
Yeah.
Please.
Still no reviews.
We want to hear from you guys.
Yeah. If iTunes isn't your main focus, give us a follow on Spotify or wherever you listen so you don't miss an episode, because they come out every single Friday. See you guys next week.
Bye.
I love you.